أيا طالب العلم قم لا تنم، فإن الزمان انقضى وانصرم، فكن ما حييت ضنينا به، فظنك بالوقت عين الكرم.
So with regards to you've now graduated, Allahumma barik, which I think has been more than a year. You can see the question coming next, Akhi. You know where it's going to be. Live after Jamia Islamiyah. Give us a little bit, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be too detailed, but just something like, we want to know with the ikhwah that have graduated, may Allah preserve you and preserve them all. How has life been like, and what has life been like after completing the years that you spent in Jamia Islam, dedicating it to Islam?
I will be quite honest with you. For me to give this question its right, you would have to do like a part two. To sum this up quickly, like I said, every day is a trial. We as believers, this dunya is sijin for us. We're going to be tested. And the main thing is, like I try to do, because for me, I feel that, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I felt that I should have been back in Jamaica, helping the community, but I took the decision which I took because I was going through whatever difficulty I was going through with my first, marriage and all the crazy stuff that went along with it. So I felt that Allah was helping me also to be in an Islamic country right here that I'm in, Tanzania. And I find peace here, I find Islam here, and it's a struggle within yourself. So you always have to try to remember certain principles and remember that Allah's wajah, who al-haq, He's the one who is, our creator, our God, So He knows what's best for us. And as long as we pray to Him and we ask Him, please guide me, upon this path to that which, is beneficial for me, that which is, deserving of me, don't allow me to go, to stray into this way or that way, aid me and assist me. I believe that He will help, He will assist us, He will let us know that, okay, we shouldn't be doing this, or start to do this, even for me here in a country which speak a different language, I find that I can also be a benefit here because a lot of them, they don't even know about a hadith. They don't know about the sunnah. They just follow kalam or ahlul bidah and they claim to love the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but they don't have knowledge of who he is. They don't have knowledge of his statements. They don't have knowledge. They are the ones. And I don't know the hadith word, but the hadith in which is that there'll come a time where you will have ibadah, they will fast, and you would think that your fast is like not accepted, like illegitimate. They will basically recite the Quran, but it will not reach up to their throat areas. And if you was to shoot an arrow, I forgot it exactly, but from that hadith, I get to understand in a sense why it would come about, because just like here and other countries, they mostly focus on their kids learning how to read Quran and memorizing Quran, but they don't have no concept about what is Islam, what is the Sunnah, what is the Haqq, and things like that, So it's kind of difficult to see this, And I try to speak to some of them like, y'all have to know what the Sunnah is, Y'all need to understand, For example, just short, some of them, they won't even make Rak'at al-Fajr because they don't know the blessing of it. They don't know the Sunnah. They don't know the Hadith. They don't understand. In Fajr, they make wajib, do it to Qunut. So it's like it show you how this is the evidence of Ahlul Bidah. They will make that which is not wajib, not even Sunnah Muta'akkid. something which is very important to them. And that which is even more important, they have no knowledge of. They don't even comprehend it. So in this sense, it's difficult because you have to go through what is life, trying to figure out what is your purpose. What should you be doing? Should you be just hustling, making money, going to work? You got your wife, I got kids, I got this, I got that. So in all, I would just say, just take it back to Allah's word, despite whatever your situation is. And Allah's word, He's the one who God, He's the one who assists us. So it's just something that you just have to understand what Allah's word said. Say to my servants, if they call unto me, know that I am He. So He's there. We just have to call on to Him. We have to pray to Him. We have to ask for Him. And notice that I'm not gonna sit here and act like, I got all this in my brain. I'm reciting Quran or Hadith and things like that. That's not for me. I just want to make this sincerity where I speak what's in my heart. I'm not a person that's gonna sit here and try to showboat like, I gotta at least drop one hadith. I gotta let them know. No. Like, listen. Alhamdulillah, the truth is the truth. It exists.
May Allah preserve you, Habibi.
I mean, it's just for us to accept it, hold on to it, and keep firm to it.
Ameen. Would you ever see yourself 5 years before today sitting here in Tanzania?
I had a desire, passion to see Africa. But like I tell people, never did I ever imagine I'd be in Africa. Just like I never thought I'd have been in Madinah. Mecca. Never imagined.
Allah's the best of planners.
He is, He's it's just His favors, His guidance. And we have shortcomings, but if you're not a person that don't understand that Allah is your support, your help, your assistance, your guide, then you haven't learned anything. I sit here and I see some brothers, they stop worshiping. They heard this brother is not coming to the masjid. And I asked him, he's like, why? I have to give money. I'm Naela. Naela is, I don't have any money. And I'm like, Rajul, Allah Azza wa Jal, Ar-Razaq. He's the one who gives provision. What are you talking about? I'm trying to advise his companion, take him with you, bring him to the master. It was just like, subhanAllah, you see something like that. Just like, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi.
Ameen.
And we ask for istiqamah, we ask for these things which are more important than riches. More than 4 wives. I'm one of them too. It's more important than all of that stuff. And we just have to take that into note.
What I did want to ask you before I ask you the last question, but before that, I wanted to ask you in terms of just generally your personal opinion and advice. Is Jamia Islamiyah for everyone?
If you reach there by Allah's guidance, it's for you. It's just for you to know that you're going to be tested. If you don't make it, then it's because of your own insufficient effort, or your own desire. where you have failed to understand that this is more worthier than any basketball team, any NFL team, any football team. You get on this right here, it's worth more than any of those dudes that's getting paid, 400 million or whatever they get paid. So if you can't make it, you can't cut it, then that's because of you, your own nuts, your own, issues within your own self. Because I don't think that Allah's will bring anybody there that doesn't deserve to be there. It's just that some people, they don't understand that it's not paradise. You haven't made it yet. You're gonna be tested.
Yeah.
You're gonna go through ups and downs. You're gonna be going through. Some of them brothers who go there, that's on their high horses. You have to humble yourself, lower your standards. This is not the 4-star Palestinian. You have to understand that you're living amongst. One of the other thing is you're living amongst brothers from different countries. Get to be a brother that enjoys the quwwat al-ikhwa, the strength of brotherhood from different countries. Yeah, they do some crazy stuff, stuff that we don't understand, but at the end of the day, they are our brothers, They have different ways of living and principles and, things like that, So you have to be patient, I remember a brother, he got up from prayer and he was disgusted because of praying next to one brother, due to older. And it's not just one country. Don't get yourself wrong. It's from brothers from different countries. And he just got up with disgust. And I'm like, wow. He was just in prayer. Like you didn't have that much humility and khushu where you just couldn't concentrate on your prayer. He's just it's like you just, and then you also making your brothers feel bad, you offended them. So it's like whoever gets there, it's by Allah's grace, His mercy, His blessing. But don't think you ain't gonna be tested. That goes back to the hadith. Where it tells us that what? Barely every action is but by intention. So know you're gonna be tested with intention. So those who say they're going for knowledge, they was actually going to see if they could get a Saudi way. They're gonna be tested. Those who say they're going for knowledge and they're trying to establish business, they're gonna be tested. They're gonna be tested. So that's what it is. I know before I went there on the paper document, it says, what do you want to study? I said I want to study Aqidah first. And I was like, after Aqidah, I want to study language. But I didn't know that it was only one department you was able to take. I thought it was like stages, And that's the next thing, as I say this, some brothers was trying to advise me to go to a different kuliya. And I would advise brothers, stop doing that. Like seriously. Because if I never went to Aqidah, I don't think I'd have been able to acquire that which I just mentioned earlier. Everything is for everybody has their own needs. Allah knows what's best for that person. So brothers who are encouraging brothers to go to a kuliya, which is not beneficial for that person, then the best advice you can give a person is make dua, make istikhara, choose which is best for you, which is also good for the need for your people back home, and just build on that. Ask Allah for His guidance, because even after that, you have like 1 year to choose if you want to stay in that department.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Abdushakoor, ahsan Allah alaykum. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're busy. I did want to ask, do you have any more last final tips, pieces of advice for the viewers?
It's mostly for those who are planning on going to Jamia Islamia or trying to apply. As I said, everything is from Allah's will. Have put your trust in Him. Know that if it is for you to get accepted, you will get accepted. If you do get accepted, continue begging Allah's will for His guidance, His aid and assistance. Because reaching there, it's like any other university, you need guidance. You have everybody calling you to what they're calling you. You need that guidance from Allah's will. So you don't want to end up in Pi Beta, Kappa Beta, next thing you want some Fugazi Islam type stuff. Where you just mostly chilling out, eating, and talking a whole bunch of rhetoric and foolishness. You want to be there, like engaging in things which will make your time productive. And there's no wrong in going through certain things and then learning from it. The main thing is that you want to be upon the right manhaj. That's definitely the manhaj, Salaf Salih, manhaj, Salafiyya, upon the correct principles, understanding of the companions, the ulama, which exists in today's time. And we have to also be very attentive to what's going on in today's time. Because just like I mentioned, I spoke to a brother, he mentioned something that goes along with this. A graduated from Jamia Islamia, graduated with his master's. He went to university, a Muslim university, and then he becomes a very high prominent YouTube sheikh. And then he's teaching the Muslim generation things which is totally against Islam. So at the end of the day, people have to understand, you're not aiming for a piece of paper, that's shahada. You're supposed to be aiming towards what? Paradise. So that one who's sitting up making these videos that's thinking that he's benefiting, he's not, And this is not to speak ill of the person, because anybody who knows the principles of Islam, you only need to check one of his videos and see where this guy is speaking total vanity, total ignorance. Even if you want, you could go back to his oldest videos, and you can see the contradiction between his old statements and his new statements. And he's not the only one. May Allah guide him back to the truth. Ameen. Assist him and aid him. Ameen. Because that's the next thing that we should also try to look into, is advising the brother to get back to the haqq, and not leaving him. But like I said, it's for those who get accepted. Know that it's a blessing from Allah's will. Take it sincerely and try to understand it's something that's supposed to be to save you from the hellfire, aid you towards, path to paradise. So it's not about how much you memorize this, you memorize that, or I'm going to be the sheikh in the masjid after 2-3 years, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. It's about bettering yourself, letting that knowledge humble you, taking from the ulama, sitting amongst their halaqah, not sitting amongst this shit every other day, eating food and talking da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and you're not sitting with the ulama. It doesn't make any sense. So, sincerity, al-ikhlas, shukr, definitely sabr, which alhamdulillah, I at least had that much to stick to Jamia Islamia. So may Allah aid the brothers, to accomplish finishing Jamia Islamia, increase them in intention which is salih, and allow them to return to the people and benefit them with knowledge which is correct. Ameen.
Ameen. Allahumma ameen. Jazakallah khair, akhi al-kareem. Barakallah fiqh. May Allah preserve you and make you from the inhabitants of Jannah al-Firdaus al-A'la.
Ameen wa ayakum. Ameen, Sheikh.
And inshallah,
Right.
hopefully, bi'idhnillah, we'll be visiting you soon in Tanzania, yeah?
You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. I hope Allah will just make me, you know, muqim in here. You know, I hope to see other parts of Africa as well. You know, and I also hope to help those of this country that's like totally on some crazy misguidance of Islam. Allah aid me to, you know, how would you say, obeying lahum al-haq, to show them what is the truth.
Ameen, ameen, ameen. جزاك الله خير brother Abdushakoor. بارك الله فيكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Assalamu alaikum viewers. I hope you enjoyed the last and final part of these, inshallah. May Allah accept them, beneficial interviews with brother Abdushakoor. May Allah preserve him and preserve us all. It was a great honor for brother Abdushakoor to enable us to speak to him and to come onto our channel and benefit us all. May Allah accept it from him, preserve him, and make him from the inhabitants of Ahlul Firdaus al-A'la, and to also enable him to be of benefit to this Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and to make him benefit the people in Tanzania and all over the world. And I mean, this was a very, very beneficial and deep and emotional interview. May Allah reward the brothers, and I hope all those watching have benefited. And I'd just like to remind everyone to make dua for the brother and also to share this great benefit. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.